some roast idiot here in a minute. And I'm speeding on along. I'm speeding on along. All right. We're going to be talking about Gilbert Anderson Andre Thompson Jr., better known as Pastor Andy. All right. Now, the Christian Post is reporting. Let me share my screen with you guys once again. All right. All right. The Christian Post is reporting that this megachurch pastor has to pay his ex-wife roughly about $12,000 per month in alimony after 33 years of marriage. This guy's got to pay 12 grand a month. Okay. If you understand that, that's a lot of money. Okay. That's a lot of money. Now, he is in North Carolina, and I don't seem to understand. Have you guys seen a theme over the past 2 weeks? Like all of these preachers, let me see how I can fix my screen here. Have you guys not seen how all of these preachers over here in North Carolina, we talked about Stephen Furtick, and all of these folks have these millions and millions of dollars. And let me tell you one of the reasons why they're so successful in these southern states, because southern people really believe their pastors, and they really believe that their leaders are quote unquote men of God. Okay. They've been taught this, they've been inbred this foolishness, and a lot of this stuff is not making sense. Let me share with you. This North Carolina pastor has now got to pay his wife over $12,000 a month in alimony. Let's go ahead and go through this. Okay. He leads a 15,000 member church called World Overcomers Christian Church in Durham. Now, when I was living in North Carolina, and if you're watching me and you're here in the chat, you guys might need to help me a little bit. Let me move this other thing off the screen before I forget it. Let me move that off the screen. Back when I was living in North Carolina, in Winston, there was a church called World Overcomers, or St. Peter's World Outreach Center. And it was called St. Peter's. And if you're in the chat and you're over in North Carolina, or you come by this video, let me know if St. Peter's World Outreach is still located there in Winston, because this church sounds so familiar in name wise to that church. I don't know if this is the son, and maybe he moved the church to Durham. I don't know, because I've been removed from North Carolina for many, many years. So I don't even know if this is the same person. I don't know if these are the same people, but y'all know, like I said, I'm not new to it. I'm true to it. So it says he leads a 15,000 member World Overcomers Christian Church in Durham. He's going to pay his ex-wife $12,000 a month in alimony as a part of a separation agreement for his recent divorce. Okay. Now keep in mind, these people were married for about 33 years. Okay. Now this is probably, from what I understand in my research with this particular pastor, him and his wife, uh, used to, they both own businesses, and I'm sure they're going to probably use this as an excuse to, say that's one of the reasons why they're able to pay all of this kind of money. But the bottom line, and the reason why I wanted to bring this story to you, is because the pastor's not going to be paying this $12,000 a month. These church members are going to be paying this $12,000 a month. According to this, Pastor Andy was married to Dequilla for 33 years before their legal separation in March of 2023, and their subsequent divorce, which finalized here in July. According to the divorce papers filed in the North Carolina and obtained by the Roy's report, the settlement includes, listen to this, a $1.3 million alimony agreement. That's the $12,000 a month. He has to pay this to this woman for 9 years. Okay. Now, here's the thing. Hopefully it is a whichever comes first. So he can either pay the 1.3 million and get rid of her, or he can mess around and, he'll have to pay this. So hopefully it is amount versus time. So if he can get the amount paid off real quick, he don't have to pay this for 9 years. He'll get it over with and done. But they're kind of stretched it out for him. Okay. It says the documents reveal that Andy is going to retain the couple's 50-acre property in Lolly Lane, Melbane, or as there's no L in there, so Mebane, just north of the current residence. However, the property agreement stipulates that Dequilla will receive only $50,000 from the sale of this property when it's sold. Now, I don't know about you. w- I don't know any black woman uh, that just gives up the properties and just wants to walk away from the property. And then when she walks away from the property, she's only going to get $50,000 from the sale of the property. So maybe she's just concentrating on the maybe the $1.3 million is what's overarching for her. I don't know, but it's very, very weird. This whole divorce agreement is really, really, really and some Ray John says the law is a little different. Isn't that where Fantasia? Yeah, you're right, Ray John. You're absolutely right. You're correct. Now I don't know if somebody had an affair. Y'all would probably know more about this because y'all know they ain't gonna put that in this story, or if they did, we're gonna find out right now. Their residence, a 14,000 square foot mansion that Zillow values at 2.8 million, boasts luxurious amenities, including a gym, theater seating, an infinity pool, and a hot tub. The Roy's report notes, citing real, and that's coming from the real estate records. The mega church initially purchased the property in 2020 for 1.53 million, and later transferred the deed to Restore Community Development in 2021 with no money exchanged in the transaction. So this was one of them little schemy, scammy kind of deals to where they turn the church over in some kind of way. The church buys the property. Next thing you know, the pastor owns the property and they give it to the pastor for no money. How this is still legal, I don't even know how they're doing that, but that's a very interesting thing that I find here as well. According to this, it says they initially purchased the property. Wow, that's incredible, but let's move on. Amid their divorce, other assets were divided, including a rental house in Rocky Mount valued at $154,000, and that was awarded to the wife. So the wife gets the property in Rocky Mount, the one that's for $154,000. So she probably wanted to do that. Now he's also going to retain responsibility for the $25,602 IRS debt. Now this is, and I'm bringing all of this to you guys for a reason. This is one of the reasons why when you talk about tithing and offering and giving up 10% of your income, this is where 10% of your income ends up going. He's going to pay for $25,000 worth of IRS debt. Okay. And he's going to retain ownership of his 4 adult children's cars. Everything is in daddy's name, right? So he's going to retain all the cars. Hopefully he's going to give them cars to his children, unless he's just, something is going on there relationship wise and he's just, whatever. They're going to also retain control of their respective businesses. As I said before, they both, he also has a claim that they're one of the fastest growing churches in America. I don't know about that, but that is what he's also claiming. And it says court records show that the church and Pastor Thompson have faced 2 negligence lawsuits and a contract disputes and a complaint involving a minor in 2017. So there is a minor involved, and there's some sort of complaint there. And if I wanted to go really and dig deep, that's not my thing. I don't go digging into people's court records. I only talk about stuff if it's public here and it comes out on a blog or whatever, then I can typically talk about it, because I'm not the dude that's going to go and try to find out your entire history and all of that. That ain't who I am. All right, moving right along. But the bottom line with that story is Pastor Andy is going to end up having to pay his wife all that money, which means the church is going to have to pay all that money. Now, this gives a really different meaning to me of when Jesus talks about you taxing the people and putting on the people a burden that you yourself would never take. The burden of paying off a $25,000 IRS debt, a burden of paying over $1 million in alimony to somebody's wife, or ex-wife, and the church is going to be sitting up there tomorrow. We bring the sacrifice of praise, and you gonna be paying long, and you gonna be waving your hands and paying all that damn money. That's what you're gonna be doing. You're gonna be paying all that money. That's all I'm saying. You're gonna be paying that money until that man get that stuff paid off. That's all I want to say. Let's move on.
We are Mad Church Disease, helping you understand that Jesus plus nothing is everything. This is a show for everyone, believers and non-believers, from churched to the unchurched. Help us grow the channel by supporting our non-profit causes and create more consistent content. Donate by Cash App or PayPal, or buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com.